So one fine day I was sitting in my cabin and hoping for things to work around. My father walks in and he tells me, Amol, we have decided to do business. Business, in typical Gujarati, he said, business તને આ કેબિનમાં બેસીને નહીં આવશે. એસી કેબિનમાં બેસીને બિઝનેસ નથી મળતો.
Back end support, when you were in this journey, and you spoke really well that she was there, and it's been quite a few years now that
Yeah.
you have two lovely kids as well now. And how important do you think for a business owner who is starting their journey, even though that has been in business, but you started off in a complete different path on your own, and you said, no, I'm going to like step out of the zone. How important was it that this constant support in the back? Then I know that back-end support is so important. How important do you think is it because you're able to concentrate better at work? Is that help your scalability in a way?
Like,
For example, my back-end is taken care of. Like I'm not going home and I have to explain whether I got late because of work, I'm overworking, and when you're starting, the passion is so high. As you said, it's your first wife. So time
and
not,
only wife.
yeah, and time given at home will be sometimes,
Lesser.
barter
Fairly
traded for
lesser, yeah,
very
yeah,
lesser. How was it to be in that? Because a lot of people say, अरे यार घर का भी देखना होता है तो काम पे असर होता है. How did you balance this work and newly married?
Yeah. So I'll tell you, the first thing I as a person, and I think most of us as human beings need to do is to be very, very thankful and be grateful for the people we have in our lives.
Correct.
Right? Sometimes in this whole journey of growing in your life or achieving something, you forget that how blessed you are. I think the first thing we need to do is count our blessings.
Correct.
It is very imperative for anybody to succeed in life. The first thing which I would say is required is a good and a solid family backing.
Yes.
Right? Not in terms of monetary backing, in terms of people being there for you when you want them the most.
Correct.
Right? So my wife has always been a support to me. My brother has always been a rock solid support to me. There are instances at times wherein if I'm completely cluttered in my mind, I don't know what to say or mention or pitch somebody, I always go to him and ask him, "Are Pushkar, explain me this, yaar, isko kaise tackle karu?"
Correct.
And he gives me a completely different dimension. Wherever I get stuck up, the only person I go to is my father.
Yeah.
That has never changed.
Yeah.
Since I was a 5-year-old till now I'm a 37, 38-year-old, and it is still the same.
Yeah.
And he will never provide me with answers. He will question me back. And he will tell me to go and find your answer on your own. Don't use me like a ready reckoner.
Brilliant.
He has always taught me that, okay, come here. He'll confuse me even more. But then he has always taught me to stand on my own feet. And I'll share an instance. So
Please.
this was in my 11th standard, I had my first bike. And you know how college days are. So I was riding a bit rash and I happened to nick somebody. And then the whole crowd gerawed. And the thing I did was I called my father.
Yeah.
Like, Papa, this is what has happened. I was like, if you are sane enough to ride a bike, you should be sane enough to come out of the situation which you have put yourself in.
Brilliant.
I am not going to come and sort your mess out. You better sort your mess out on your own. Don't even call me.
Super.
So at that point of time, I couldn't understand why did he talk to me like that, or why did he not come up to me.
Correct.
But it is now that I realize that he was preparing me to face the life in future. And it has always been like that. No
Correct.
matter whatever problem I land myself into or we land ourselves into,
Correct.
he'll never give us an immediate solution.
Correct.
The first thing he'll do is ask yourself, why the hell are you in this situation first?
Correct.
Right? And then he'll say, now you make a way out. If you're not able to make a way out, then I'm here. But first try it on your own.
I think that guidance is really beautiful because to give somebody
No
a
ready-made
answer
answers. Yeah. No ready-made
is
answers.
not actually, but when you live through that and you go. But coming to bike incident, what did you do? Since you nicked somebody and there is a crowd, I want to know what you did.
What I did was I requested them that if you're hurt, which fortunately they were not, it was minor bruises. So I told him, can I take you to the local clinic? I'll pay for the expenses, whatever it is.
Correct.
And I'm happy that you are not injured to a greater extent. That is the biggest solace for me.
Yeah.
That आपको ज़्यादा लगा नहीं है इस बात की मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी है. Although मेरी गलती थी, I'm extremely sorry for it. can I help you? Do you need water? And I requested him, can I take you to a local clinic?
Correct.
But with this approach, that person was like, okay,
Yes.
that's fine. At least we're here to say this. You didn't run away.
Correct.
And that is where things pacified. And then he went his own ways and I went back to my home. And that is how I came out of it. But then I learned how to tackle the situation, how to talk to people when you get messed around.
Correct.
And that is, since that day till now, I have decided never to have a road rage incident ever.
Correct.
Never.
And Ankita vouches for it. She said that road rage has
Yeah.
gone down phenomenal.